social media family. It's your boy, big brother, little brother. Hey, it just depends on the situation, but it's your boy, Noble Alexander in the building. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We back up in this thing, man. We back up in this thing, man. Well, before I get into anything, get to talking too much, first and foremost, you know how we doing. We want to start off by saying Hotep, Shalom, Salam Alaikum, peace and blessings, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. What it do, family? How y'all doing? How y'all been, man? Welcome to another season, the first episode of the new season of I will slap the sense in ya. How y'all doing, man? I miss y'all, man. Y'all miss your boy? I miss y'all, man. I'm good, man. Life is great. I can't complain. Trust me, I can't. I can't complain, man. I'm good. Everything's good. I'm well. I'm blessed. I'm highly favored. Okay. I don't have nothing to complain about. You know, I got to give all honor and glory to the Most High, and that's just all I can do. What's up with y'all, man? What's going on? I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing good. You know, it's been a few months. It's been a couple months, huh? But nonetheless, we're here today to kick off this new season, and this new season is definitely, yeah, man. It's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a banger. Full disclosure. This is the I Will Slap the Sense Into You podcast. All right. So, what does that mean? That means this is not a smack to disrespect, not a slap of violence to be rude or obnoxious, but you know, maybe your pineal gland's a little calcified, you know, and some of us may be asleep. So, you know, your brother, big brother, little brother, I'm just here to wake you up a little bit. That's it. That's all, y'all. That's it. And that's all, y'all. I don't have no complaints, man. I'm good. I've been good. You know, everything's well. Hope everything's been well with y'all. And then, you know, if you have been experiencing some challenges, that's all right. Because you know, when you part of the family of the Most High, you already know what happens to you happens for you. I'm gonna say it again. You know, if you a part of the circle of the Most High, y'all gotta excuse me. You know, it's summertime. You know what I'm saying? California. You know, it's a little warm out here. You know what I mean? But whatever happens to you happens for you. Okay, so you know, hopefully that'll give you a little encourage, a little strength, and a little insight to just let things play out in your life, because you never know what the Most High got in store for you and how things are going to actually play out. All right, so thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the first episode. As we see, the topic is the chosen one, and in parentheses, what do you see? Superman. But before we get into that, I want to go ahead and share something with my loved ones, my family, people that follow me, people, my subscribers and everything. Last season was, you know, it was a different approach to what I've normally been doing. it's kind of been a different approach to what I've been doing. I took a different lane because, I myself, I had experienced some things and I wanted to share my experiences of things that I've experienced through my podcast, and I did it through the way of, stories, like the Wizard of Oz, the Tortoise and the Hare. I did it also biblically with the, also another story I did was it the Medusa, the Jezebel spirit, and I wanted to share that information. I also did it through I spoke a lot of biblical things. I referenced a lot of biblical verses and stuff last season. And I did that because, I had experienced some things. And it's unfortunately, like Ephesians 6 says, we're actually dealing with spiritual wickedness in high places. And putting on the whole armor of God is important. And I was actually a real victim of that shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna lie. I had a lot of people coming for me. People that I trusted, people that I affiliated with, associated with, shit, probably dated or whatnot. And, come to find out, these were individuals that were they had a mask. They had a mask. They had a real, and it was a dark one too, but they had a mask, and they participated in things that the Most High is definitely not a part of. And I'm definitely talking about I don't mean to scare anybody away, but it's the truth. I gotta speak my truth, and these people practice witchcraft, man. They practice witchcraft, they practice dark arts. These are people that go to church and have the nerve to go to church every Sunday and praise the Lord. I mean, I know they're not praising the same Most High that I reference. So, clearly their Lord must be Satan. Clearly. So yeah, I went through a lot. I mean, and so I basically shared those experiences through every single episode that I did last season. And so that was the reason why some things seem to have been a little different last season, because prior to that, I always address the elephant in the room. We talked a lot about politics on this show. We had a lot of other type of topics, but last season it seemed to be very spiritual, very biblically inclined. Yeah, man, it was a hell of a season, and this season is definitely a continuance of last season. And moving forward, I'm going to always be somebody that's going to shine the light on the disgusting, vile stench of what you call evil. Real talk. And it's unfortunate, because again, these were circles and people and environments and situations that, at the time, I'm not gonna lie, they kind of caught me off guard a little bit. I wasn't spiritually. It's different. There's a difference, and I'm saying all this before we get into the topic. I'm not saying I wasn't, tapped into the Most High, because I would not have survived the things that they were trying to put down if it wasn't for the Most High. But when we're talking about the spiritual warfare, I was sleepwalking on what that was and what it looked like. Not intentionally. Naturally, I'm more of a fun, energetic type of person. And yeah, of course, you always deal with haters. You always deal with, strife at the workplace, strife with friends, strife in your social circles, whether it be fraternities, sororities, whatever. But sometimes you're not really. I had to put like this. I had to get the sense slapped into me, like, hey, the Most High had to come and say, hey, come here. Let me talk to you for a minute. Wake up. It's time to go. Because what these people are doing are underestimating you, and you got it all in you. And so once I woke up, there was a transformation that took place. Okay. So I don't mind sharing my story. I don't mind talking about it because, first of all, it ain't no type of fear. Let me highlight that. And these motherfuckers still, they still be on, my pages and all that, all across the platforms. There's no type of fear. None whatsoever that they are able to pump into me. They really don't want this work. They've been getting whooped out, as a matter of fact. I can really, really go in. They've been getting whooped the fuck out. But I'm just sharing that with y'all because that was the reason for the shift. And this is the reason why we're going to continue talking about the things that we're going to talk about here tonight and throughout this season and every season and every fucking season and every season moving forward. Because like I said, they came for the right one, but it was the wrong one. It was like the right wrong one, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you came for the right one. Like, if you wanted to start, when you say put on the armor of God, that means spiritual warfare. They didn't know your boy was a warrior. They didn't know your boy was a warrior in every aspect. And I hate this, and I'm not, I don't want nobody to take it as like, oh, you being arrogant or boastful. No. See, we got to stop all that. Let me tell y'all something. We're going to get into the story in a minute. But we got to stop downplaying who we are and what we are. You got to stop downplaying who you are and what you are. You are who you are. Like it says, I am that I am. That's what it says in the Bible, right? I am that I am. Don't play with me. I don't care what continent, what country you practicing that bullshit from. I had a motherfucker flying all around the world, going to Brazil and Mexico and motherfucking Africa, trying to get practitioners. Hey, again, the Most High, man. I love the Most High. I'm grateful for the Most High. I'm thankful for the Most High. I'm thankful for my spirit team. And it's just real. It's just real. So I'm sharing all my shit, but I'm doing it in a way because I know for a fact I'm not the only one who has or is experiencing these things. And so this show, I'll slap the sense into you. Like I said, I'm just here to wake you up because your pineal gland might be a little calcified. So your brother, big brother, little brother, I'm just here to wake you up. I'm going to do what it's going to do with no fear as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I will fear no evil because the Most High is with me every step I take. And I want y'all to know that too. When y'all get that download, when you hear them voices and it says just turn right, don't question it, just turn right, just go. If it say go left, go left. You probably want to go right. You probably want to go left. But if the download come in and say no, go this way, just do it. Just do what it asks you to do. What we got so far? Is this also streaming on your Facebook? No, strictly YouTube. Strictly YouTube. Who's that? Tree? Strictly YouTube. Right now, this is on YouTube. So hopefully you follow along and keep up with it. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, behind closed doors, you never know what people do. You damn right. I'm talking about people that I've either looked up to or and I'm not no follower, but I'm still humble and I'm still of a certain age. So, I'm not the oldest in the world. So if somebody's older than me, and I, at the time, if I, I'm like, damn, okay, there's certain aspects of them I want to bring into my life naturally. I want to adapt that into myself. So there's never nothing wrong with having like a mentor. Just motherfucking know that. But just motherfucking know that that person better be on some real shit. All right, what else we got? Right idea, wrong person. You damn right. Who's that? Woo! You damn right. Right idea, wrong person. Hey, because I will fight to the last breath. I don't give a that because I don't. Let me boy, whoo, I can do it. God don't like when people come for his anointed. Hey, well, there's a thing that says touch my anointed to do my prophets no harm. And so that's what these weirdos, I guess they missed that. And I don't know how they missed it. That's the funny part. How y'all missed that? You evil as fuck, but yet you still go to church every Sunday, preaching in the pulpits or sitting wherever you sit with y'all silly, dusty, drunk, disgusting, woe out. Whoo, I can go in, but they bums. And this is not to disrespect people that actually go to church or to the mosque or to the synagogue or wherever they go for worship and fellowship. I'm not disrespecting none of those institutions or anything like that, because there's a lot of people who really do go there with good intention. It's just the fact that there appears to be a circle within a circle, and maybe a circle within a circle within a circle, and these people are fucking weirdos. Okay, and they're involved in all kinds of shit. All right, and they came for your boy Noble Alexander, but I'm actually glad that they did, because like I just told y'all, whatever happens to you happens for you, and their stupidity, their evilness, their greed, their lust for whatever pinnacles that they wanted, they came for me. They done fucked up. And something tells me that I don't know. I ain't even gonna say it. I ain't even gonna do that. But something tells me to be continued. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, let me say, God don't like it. Big stepping in divine authority. Yeah, you got to do that. And this is why I'm doing this episode tonight, because what we're going to talk about tonight, big stepping in divine authority. We got to get out of the habit of downplaying ourselves, because you know what? A lot of us, especially us, Caucasian people, don't get offended. My brothers and sisters, I love some of y'all too. I love most of y'all. The ones that surrender to the will of the Most High. Okay, let me say it like that. The Most High, not somebody comes after that. The Most High. But us melanated people, yeah. Especially in America, we grew up with in a lot of toxic households where we were physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually abused. And so a lot of confidence, a lot of nurturing we didn't get, a lot of confidence was knocked out of us. But you got to really step into that. You got to really step into that, because if you keep hearing it and feeling it and hearing it and feeling it and hearing it and feeling it, it's not by accident. It's shit that's trying to trigger you, alert you, alarm you, bring you to awareness of who and what you really are. And you have to claim that shit. Because if you don't, you don't understand the karmic debt that you're really bringing on yourself by not living in your purpose. Remember, what is the Matrix? In all of those Matrix movies, what was the main theme? Purpose, 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 purpose. And so you got to live in your purpose. We're all here for a purpose. What that is, I don't know as far as each individual. I know my purpose, especially now, especially after all these goddamn attacks and everything they tried to do with me. Oh, I definitely know my purpose, and they ass is grass. So, so I know my purpose, but I encourage my brothers, my sisters, my kings, my queens, my empresses, my emperors, my high priestess, my high priest to start tapping into your purpose. Who are you? Why did your mother and father come together to do what they do? You know what I mean? Because you know how you got here now. We ain't trying to be nasty, but we grown, right? Anybody that's under 18, log out. We don't do that over here. This ain't for you. This is a bare minimum 18. I don't even like that. But legally on paper, you got to be at least 18 to be considered an adult. All right, whatever. So from 18 and up, you know how the fuck you got here. You know, your mama and your daddy was doing something. Okay? All right, she was ovulating and pops came through. They had a good time, whether they was married or not. It was lustful or love or not, but you were brought here. The point is, why were you brought here? Look, Tree's laughing. She said, God damn, that's Nah, for real. You were brought here for a purpose. And I'm sorry that it took this long to say all this before I even get to the story. This is the first season. This is the first episode in the season. Okay. And it's been a minute. I just want to share that. Okay. That's all it is. All right. So the next episode, the intro won't be this long, but we like damn near 22 minutes in. It's crazy how you having a good time, and next thing you know, you look up. It's just like being on the phone with somebody you really love and care about. Y'all could be on the phone for 2, 3, 4 hours. You know what I mean? And you look up and like, damn, you know what? I've been talking to you for a long ass time, and you didn't even know. It don't even feel like it. You ain't keeping up with the. Notice how time don't exist. And when you doing something, it's like, damn, does time really exists? Because when you're doing something you hate, you dread, it's long, it's slow. But when you're doing some shit that you love, you go on vacation, next thing you know, you've been probably gone for a week. You got to go back. You've been on the phone with somebody that you really enjoy, male or female. You look up, we've been on the phone for 3 or 4 hours. This shit is crazy. So it's like, damn, does time exist or not? Mm-hmm. You figure it out. Anyway, so tonight's episode is the chosen one, and in parentheses is Superman. Now, ladies, don't get offended because I said Superman. Just reverse the roles. You could be Superwoman. You could be Wonder Woman. You could be Supergirl. Okay? Just reverse the roles, okay? Because again, like I said, this season is a continuous from last season. I shared with y'all what I went through all last season. I broke it down. Every episode is about everything I've been through. So this season, and I'm pretty sure moving on, we're gonna put our foot in that evil, demonic, disgusting, pedo, DL, stinking, lustful, greedy, sloth. What are the 7 deadly sins? What is it? Sloth, greed, lust. You name them. We putting our foot in their ass. Period. Point blank. All right. So this is about the chosen one. This is about, in parentheses, Superman or Superwoman, but let's just stick with the topic for now. Reverse it. Reverse the roles if you need to. So let's get into it, right? Now we finna start the show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about, like you say, Superman. I'm going to talk about Superman. I'm going to give you a little brief detail on Superman. I'm going to tell a story. I'm going to explain the last movie that they had about Superman, the very, very last one. It came out in 2025 or 2024. I'm going to talk about that second. And then after that, we're going to have some goddamn fun on this show. Okay? You know how we do it. We're going to mix it all in, and we're going to get creative, and we're just going to let the downloads flow, and we're going to do what we do up in here and show these goddamn evil bastards they don't stop nothing around here. All right, nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing that the Most High God, the Most High that has if the Most High is with you, having God with you is more than having everybody against you. Period. All right, so heroes. Superman is a hero. Y'all take it as it resonates. Maybe you were a hero. Maybe you were a hero at your job. Maybe you're the hero in your family. Maybe you're the hero in your social status, your sorority, your frats. Maybe that's you. Take it as it resonates. All right. It applies to both genders, everything that I'm talking about. All right. I'm here to awaken certain people, not everybody. F everybody. This is for certain people. So basically, heroes. Why do we have heroes? Why do we have comic books? Because heroes, comic books, why do we relate to them? Why are some of us into like Marvel comics, DC comics? Why do we watch certain things on YouTube, Tubi, Netflix, and we watch these things dealing with people with powers, whether it be mental, physical, spiritual, whatever? Why do we watch that? Because heroes represent hope. They represent victory. They represent overcoming. They represent a mirror that we feel deep down inside that we want to be. And it may be a task to be, of course it is, but it's something that we resonate with. We resonate with that energy. Okay. So that's why some of us, especially guys, again, there's more men that tend to like, shit about comic books and heroes than females. I'm not saying it's not women that don't love Marvel's comics, DC, but it's something that resonates because it's those stories, it's those origin stories. How did Batman become Batman? How did the Joker become the Joker, which is the villain? How did the Flash, how did Thor, how did Green Lantern, how did Captain America, how did they become who they are? And we resonate because when we watch or we read or we see these things, there's something about them or something about that resonates with us. Okay. Now, the word hero, just to give y'all a little game real quick, the word hero, it really comes from the name Heru. Now, if you never heard that term, Heru is also AKA Horus. Now, Heru is where they get the term hero from, because hero is H-E-R-O. Heru is H-E-R-U. Now, pretend I'm lying, pretend I don't know what I'm talking about. Just do your homework. I can't just give y'all everything, okay? Come on my platform anytime. I'm sharing information. You do the research. You feel like, oh, you know what? You was lying. You made a mistake. Whatever. I'm a big dude. I'm cool. I mean, I'm grown. I'm a big guy. I can take it. All right. But the word hero comes from Heru. Who is Heru? Heru is the son of Aset and Asar. Now I'm talking about what you would know as Egyptian mythology or philosophy or the mystery school of Egypt, but the proper way to say it, especially in modern terms, is not Egyptian, it's Kemetic. Okay, so Heru, aka Horus, is the son of Aset and Asar. Aset and Asar is Isis and Osiris. Okay, and that story deals with rebirth, resurrection, and again, hope, victory, justice, being a savior. Now, to my Christian folks, I don't mean to offend y'all, but it's the same story. is pretty the 90 between 80 to 90% of the same story that was before the story of this Jesus Christ, and it's really Jesus the Christ. And if you want to even want to go even further, it's Yeshua, because there was no J's in the Hebrew language during the time of Jesus's living on this planet. There were no J's in that language that he spoke. So this is why you might hear some people, instead of saying Jesus, they refer to him as Yeshua, right? So anyway, that's where that term comes from. Hero. It comes from that. Okay, so if you want to look it up, you can look it up right now. You can Google it, Gemini it, Chat GPT it right now. Okay, that's where that hero comes from that. Okay. And I want y'all to understand too that symbolism means a lot. So we're going to talk about the S on Superman's chest a little bit, real quick. All right. So Superman stands for truth, justice. And did y'all know that this is how important that these stories are to us? Because the first Superman story came out in the 1940s over the radio, because they didn't have TVs back in the day. So the first thing that came out was radio. And so everybody listened before they watched and heard. TV gave you the opportunity to put visuals to what you're hearing. But prior to that, it was just radio. And Superman been out since the 1940s. And here we are in 2026 going on 2030. Okay? We coming up on 2026 going on 2030. We're not that far away from 2040. And this came out in 1940. So that's how long Superman, the story, has been around. Just to let y'all know. Okay? Why am I touching why do I want to do this? Because again, I'm talking about the chosen one. Like I said, maybe you were chosen one in your family, your job, in your group. So we're going to talk about that. So Superman's name, he had two names. For those who don't know, and for those who already know, you already know where I'm finna go with it. Superman has two names. He has his earthly name, which is Clark Kent. He has a name that Superman was not from Earth. He comes from this planet called Krypton. And his name is Kal-El. So that's Superman's name is Kal-El. Now, when you break down Kal-El, Kal actually means black. Do your own homework research. I can't just give y'all everything. I forgot what language it is, but Kal means black. Even when you look at the Ka in the Kal, the K-A, because it's K-A, okay, and then it's Kal, K-A-L-E-L. So it's Kal-El. The Ka is like the Ka and the Ba. So if you know anything about the Ka and the Ba, you know the Ba deals with the body and the Ka deals with the spirit. The spirit is a symbol of fire. Okay? So when you're dealing with fire, what happens when you put fire to anything? It gets dark, don't it? Okay, my Caucasian brothers and sisters, hey, don't get mad at me. I'm just having a conversation. I'm just telling the truth. I'm gonna slap. Come here. I will slap the sense in you. Don't come in here and get mad at me. Don't you dare. What? Don't you do it. Do your homework first before you comment. Before you get all emotional and shit. Don't come for me. I ain't the one. You better cross the T's and dot your I's before you come for me. All right. So Kal means black, but remember his name is Kal-El. So El is more of a Hebrew reference, meaning God. This is so if you know anything in Christians, y'all should know some of this. Judaism, the people that practice Judaism know too. El is more of a Hebrew thing. All right. El is like you say Elohim, the Elohim, El Shaddai. When you look at the archangels, come on, Christians. I know you a Christian or you call yourself Christian based, even if you're not, you still like, well, I would consider myself a Christian. Okay, so I know you heard of the archangel Michael, right? So if you heard of Michael, then you heard of Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, Samuel, Azrael. All of these archangels' last name ends in El because they are different aspects of God, the different aspects of the Most High God. That's why they end in El. That's why Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Samuel, Gabriel, they all end in El. So Superman's name is Kal-El. His name is Kal-El. I'm not saying that Superman is God, and I'm just saying that people that write these comic books with all these different storylines, these are people who study a whole lot of different shit across the world, and they take information and manifest these characters for a reason, and this is why these characters resonate with us. All right, chosen one or chosen ones, if you out there, you listening, maybe I'm talking to you, maybe I'm not talking to you. If I'm not talking to you, this ain't the show for your silly ass. You can moonwalk. Michael, listen, here we go. Moonwalk your ass out of here. Be like Michael Jackson and beat it. All right, maybe you ain't. But I'm talking to those who know they know what resonates with them. They know what's in their heart and they know what's in their mind. So put yourself in this position. All right. Male or female, doesn't matter. So again, Kal-El is Superman's name. Kal meaning black, El meaning an aspect of God. So if you put it together, you really could say black God. Not to mention, if you know anything about Superman, he gets his power from the sun. Now, if there's a group of people on this planet that seem to be in harmony with the sun, that seem to get activated with the sun, that seem to have more momentum with the sun. Listen, some of us, we still may need some sunscreen, but it may not just completely destroy us. No offense to my Caucasian brothers and sisters. I promise you, I'm not making this about, I'm not trying to be racist. Because, so I can hear somebody right now, oh, you're being racist. Oh, shut up. Come here. I will slap the sense into you. I just told y'all in the beginning, we're not going to be downplaying ourselves no more. It's time for certain people to start standing up and being who the fuck we are and what we need to be. And we're not going to keep playing that because you motherfuckers want to keep taking pictures of people and making everything Caucasian, make Jesus white. How the hell he white when he had to hide his identity, and they sent him to a whole continent called so-called Africa to blend in with a whole continent of people. But he Caucasian and he white? That just doesn't fucking make sense. You're going to blend in with people that you look like, right? Okay. So let's just cut the shit. Let's just stop lying. We know what the Pope commissioned Michelangelo to do, but I ain't gonna get into all that. What I say? I never done that deep of a study, but I do know that God was intentional with everyone he named in the Bible. They all have meaning in Hebrew. I'm just saying, hey, and I feel you, but I'm gonna say this too. So, because some people will say, well, it doesn't matter what color Jesus was. Well, if it doesn't matter, then why lie about it? If it doesn't matter, then why lie about it? If it don't matter, so do it right. If it don't matter, because we know how the sun does our our non-melanated brothers and sisters on this planet. No offense, but we know how the sun does them. We do know that. We know that. It's obvious. But we go out in the sun, we playing football, baseball, we strong, we feeling good, we working out, we running. Why is that? All right. All right. So now, when you look at the story of Superman, remember Superman was sent from the planet Krypton to Earth. Who was sent from some heavenly realm? We consider the heavens to be outer space. Who was also sent that way? Christ, right? We say Jesus or Yeshua. I'd rather say Yeshua, but that's fine. He was sent, and he was God's only begotten son. Superman, Kal-El, aka Clark Kent, was sent from Krypton by his father to Earth, which was Jor-El. That's Superman's father, Jor-El, because they're from the house of El, and that means something royal. I'm telling you, just do your own homework. Just do your research. Pretend I'm lying. He was sent by Jor-El, who Superman, Kal-El, is his only begotten son, sent down to Earth. All right? I'm just, hey. I'm just saying. So now the sun is considered to be the source of light. Okay, when you look at the sun, that's a source of light, is it not? That's why when the sun goes away, it gets dark. Now remember, Superman, if you don't know this, he gets his energy and his strength and his power from the sun. When you look at, it was really exposed. The last two Superman, actually, even the Christopher Reeve Superman version exposed it. But when you look at the last two Supermans that came out, the one with Henry Cavill, Man of Steel back in 2003, I believe, or it was earlier, and then they had another Superman. I forgot his name, a guy that plays Superman. This came out either 2025 or 2024, and he had got beat up. And when he went to his lair to go heal the robots that he had to help heal him, what did they do to him? They put him in a chair, they opened everything up and let the sun beam on him. All that sunlight came in and he healed up instantly, quick. I'm just saying, remember Kal-El, Kal meaning black, El meaning God. I'm just saying, you're getting healed by the sun. I just don't really see it being Caucasian, but I'm gonna let Caucasian people have that because they had the power to manipulate resources back then. And remember, Superman came out in the 1940s, so you know who was running information, especially during that time. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it 1,000. Hate me if you want, so what? I don't give a shit. The S on Superman's chest, okay, it's a symbol of hope. Going back to the Superman with the Henry Cavill version, when he was talking to Lois Lane, he said that. She said they were sitting there having an interview in front of the military, the Fed, CIA, and everybody, and he was pretending to be locked up. He was letting them do it just to make them feel comfortable, because he even said it. And she asked him, "What's that symbol on your chest?" And he said, "Oh." She said, "That's the S on your chest." And he was like, "A S?" He was like, "Nah, this is a symbol where I'm from. It's a symbol of hope." And she was like, "Well, here on this planet, it's a S." It's an S. But he like, "Well, it's a symbol of hope." Who does that sound like? Because what do we hope for? Immortality. As human beings, what do we hope for? Immortality, right? And through who? And through who? Who do we hope for through, when it comes to immortality? Who do we hope? Who do we, expect or wish to get hope through? This anointed one, right? The Son of God, right? This Savior, right? The Christ, Jesus, Yeshua. Just saying, they put a lot of shit in these movies, man. Y'all better stop playing. It's right in your face sometimes. I swear to God. You be just watching shit like, oh, that was a good movie. Now I even knowing like they really giving you the game. Come here. Yeah. I will slap the sense into you. A lot of these times they put these movies out here, they really giving y'all the game. You just got to wake that pineal gland up so you can tap in. So you can be like, oh, shit. There you go. So again, you got Jesus the Christ, who's supposed to be the Savior. You're supposed to have hope for immortality. And through Christ, this is your Savior. Your Lord and Savior. Now, Superman, because he's a Superman, he could be considered a god. I'm not saying worse than Superman. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying in the comic books across DC and Marvel, Superman is the number one superhero of all time. And that's DC and Marvel. Ain't nobody fucking with Superman. It's just a reason for that. What do you say? I say this all the time. I'm just saying it all the time. So let's not talk about the demonic films. Listen, that too. They put all this shit out there in your face because that's how they release State Karma. Believe it or not, I ain't even finna get into that because they put like this. If a person put poison in your food and they make you a plate of food and they say, hey, you know I put some poison in it, and you like, whatever, and you eat it anyway and you die, that's really not on them because they told you. That's on you. Believe it or not. Because they told you. It may sound messed up, but it's an energetic thing. They know how to play with energy and release it. I'm just telling you. I'm not finna get into all how I know right now because I just told you what I was dealing with now. Anyway. Like I said, all right, so that's the background on Superman, right? That's the whole breakdown right there. Now, remember, Superman came to the earth to be Clark Kent. Now I'm finna get into the last movie. So remember, as we all know, Superman's human name is Clark Kent. And what does Superman do? Superman be just trying to be humble and shit. He's a goddamn news reporter. He's put in a perfect situation. Notice that. He's put in a perfect situation so he can be who he really is truly and still present himself as a regular person. And Superman actually likes presenting himself as a regular person because he's a good guy. He's a hero. He doesn't think that he's better than people just because he know if I punch in your face, I'm liable. I'm able to knock your head off your shoulder and knock that shit to Pluto. He already know he can do that. He already know I'm faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's Superman. I just did that in your face. Y'all even know. Anyway. So he already know he can do all that. He's impervious to damn near everything. He's not tripping. He's so humble. He would rather live as a regular person and be acknowledged as a human being. Because when you look at the Superman movie that Henry Cavill did, because it showed aspects of him when he was a little boy. His father, what was his father and his earthly father name? I think Joseph Kent or whatever. He really has Superman going through a lot because Superman kind of used to get picked on when he was a little boy. But his father, his mother Martha, and his father, I think his name was Frank or Joseph, they found Superman in a field. See, here we go with this field and finding. Where was Jesus? Found, field, right? Moses, like, just, I'm telling you, just all these babies being found, they somehow super duper as fuck, right? So they found Superman in the field. And they knew he was an alien because they seen the ship and all that. So they hid his ship, and he was a little baby. He was literally a baby. So they raised him. You know what I'm saying? And his father had him growing up hiding his powers, keep him low key. So he would get punked and he would never every time Superman would get mad as a little boy and somebody was picking on him, he would look at him like, son, don't do it. And his son had to struggle with that shit because he wanted to just unleash, like, boy, you over here picking on me, boy, I want to hit a quit of your ass right now. Like, just ping, ping, you're done. You're knocked out, you died, you're dead. You know what I'm saying? And his father just kept him so humble, like, nope. Don't expose yourself right now. It's not time for the world to be able to see it's people like you on this planet. So that's how Superman grew up. And he grew up in the country in Kansas. He grew up in the country. That's what that he even told the general that in that movie with Henry Cavill. They was like, well, how we know when he first exposed himself? They was like, well, how you know you're not gonna go against the interests of the people and the American people? He was like, I'm just as American as anybody can get. He's like, General, I grew up in Kansas. You can't get more American than me. What are you talking about, nigga? I grew up on a farm. I'm red, white, and blue. Notice that his suit is red and blue, but it's yellow. And if you know anything about the DNA, that represents your DNA. So it's something about your DNA, right? Right? And then the American flag is red, white, and blue. Superman is red and blue with a little bit of yellow. Spider-Man's costume is red and blue. So something about red and blue, which is they trying to tell you. So something about your DNA, there's some activations. But I'm going to just leave that right there. I ain't going to go no further into it on that part. But so that's going back to Superman. So he grew up humble. So Superman just be wanting to blend in. He found Lois Lane. He was loving her. He loved Lois Lane. He just want to be a regular guy. Okay. Now going into the movie. Going into the movie of the last one that just came out. I'm gonna read this comment real quick. It says, similar to Jesus, Jesus was humble. He didn't want people to glorify him because of who he was, but rather connect through others spiritually. You damn right. You damn right. That's most people. Most people, the like real leaders aren't the ones that's just running to be the leader. They're gonna end up being a leader because it's in divine. I'm tripping. I can't say the word right now, but it's meant to be. It's divinely ordained. So you ain't got no choice. If you are who you are, you're going to be who you are, and the divine spirits are going to force you into that position. But when you got mofos, and y'all be aware of that, when you got mofos that want to stand out like, oh, I'm the leader, I'm the big shot, those are abusers. They're the ones that abuse their powers, and them the ones that ain't shit. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. Those are the ones. You got to keep your eye on them. Those are the ones. Keep your eye on them. All right, I'm just letting you know. People that just have ambition. I'm the leader. I want to be the leader. The real leader is the one. They don't even want to be the leader. They ain't got time. They like, man, look, I'm just trying to be cool, man. I'm not trying to do all that. That's why you're the leader, because you're so humble. You got all the power in the universe, and you don't even want to display it. You don't even want to do what you can do with your power. That's why it's granted to you, versus this piece of shit over here abusing his power. Anyway, like I said, this season is a continuance of last season. Put the puzzle pieces together. So anyway, so Superman has an arch nemesis. His name is Lex Luthor. Superman has an arch nemesis. His name is Lex Luthor. Superman, he had many foes. He got Darkseid. He got Lex Luthor. He got Doomsday. Doomsday actually killed Superman. But his real number one nemesis is Lex Luthor. Now, when you look at the Superman that just came out a few years ago, whether it's 2025 or 2024, just look it up, okay? And hopefully after the night, you can go back and watch it and kind of see what I'm talking about. Because this is going to apply. If you're a chosen one for anything, you're going to be able to see what I'm talking about. Lex Luthor is he's not a super villain. He doesn't have no power, but he's extremely smart. You got to give it to him. You got to see, that's the thing. People don't like to give credit to where credit is due. You got to give credit to where credit is due, whether you like the motherfucker or not. Lex Luthor is extremely intelligent. Extremely. Okay? And so in the movie, Lex Luthor, he was actually jealous of Superman because Superman would fly around the world, help people, save countries, save continents, and people love Superman for that. And they gave praises to Superman for that. Lex Luthor hated Superman for that. He wanted Superman's abilities. He wanted Superman's praises. He wanted everything that Superman had, meaning that this motherfucker wanted to be Superman and he knew he couldn't and he wasn't. And I'm talking about some experiences. I'm just telling them through a story. Yeah, it's a leader out there. This motherfucker can't fuck with me. But anyway, this Ninja wanted to be Superman so bad because Superman was and has everything that Lex Luthor don't have. Lex Luthor really wanted to be strong. He could never be strong. He wanted his strength, his speed, his ability to see through shit, fly somewhere around the world in seconds. He couldn't do none of that. But he got what he got. And instead of being grateful for what he had, what God naturally gave him, he hated Superman. So he had designed a plan to destroy and come after Superman for no reason. Superman never did nothing to Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor can't name one thing Superman did to him because he actually did nothing. It was all out of jealousy, all out of envy, all out of hate. He wanted to sacrifice Superman. How did he do it? He did it in stages. And when you watch the movie, how did he do it? How did he do it? Okay. First of all, he studied Superman. He studied Superman so much that he thought he knew Superman better than Superman knew himself. That kind of resonates with me personally. He studied Superman so much that he thought he knew Superman better than Superman knew himself. Once he studied Superman, every battle that Superman had to defend and stand up for humanity, including Lex Luthor punk ass, Lex Luthor would go to those sites. And one day he was able to get a piece of Superman's DNA, some hair follicles or some shit. Something that actually belonged to Superman. He took that, and being the genius that he is, he manufactured basically a clone Superman. And he created another being because he wanted to be Superman so damn bad. All on Superman, D-I-C-K. Okay. He created a being. And at the time, for the most part in that movie, if you notice, the being didn't have no identity. It was called the Iron something. So he had him in a suit. But at the end of the movie, we found out that it was a clone of Superman. That's why that being was able. That was one reason why that being was able to fight with Superman so good, because that being was cloned after Superman himself. So Lex Luthor just owned Superman, but he hated him. But he worshipped the nigga low key, because you know what they say, imitation is the best form of flattery. Yeah. And he was so jealous and envious of Superman, extremely. But he covered it up and put him in an iron suit so nobody would know that, like, because it'd start be revealing, like, damn, wait a minute, why does he look like Superman? So he didn't want nobody to know that. So he had that entity. So what he did was he created that entity. But he had control over that entity. And after studying Superman so much, he actually, the thing about Superman is he was pretty basic in his fighting techniques. Like, he wasn't like a Batman. Batman may not be as powerful as Superman, but Batman techniques is like off the chain. Like, he has actual fighting skills. He got so many moves and techniques, you can't keep up with all that shit. Superman really didn't have all of that. It was like he knew he studied him, so he knew, like, okay, when he do this, he gonna do that. When he move over here, he gonna do this. When he does that, he gonna do this. So he already had it programmed. So he was communicating with that entity, that other being, through some technology, of course. So every time Superman did a move, he would say F1, and F1 meant what it meant for that being to do whatever it meant. So when Superman would do that move, that Lex Luthor already been, because he's been studying them. And anytime you study anybody like that, see, Superman never knew. He never knew he had an adversary. Superman never knew he was in competition with some little punk. Okay, he never knew. He never knew. He had no idea. But so that's any of us. We can all get caught off guard by somebody that's watching us and studying our patterns, that's looking to take us out because we're the chosen one. And we don't be knowing. We just be like moving around, la la la, la la la, not knowing, like, this motherfucker, your hater, your enemy is watching. They studying everything about you, every habit you got. Every time they are just like Lex Luthor, they're studying you to the T. And that's what he did. So every time Superman did a move, he said F1, boom. And he would block that shit and hit Superman, boom. He already knew how Superman was going to follow up. He'll say F2, X5, 6, 7. And these are all different moves. So every time Superman did something, he'll block that shit and counter Superman, fuck Superman up like bing, bop, boop, bop, bing. You know what I mean? And so people looking like, damn, Superman getting his ass whooped. Like, what the? But Superman, he studied Superman, so he's kind of cheating because he had a head start. It's not like Superman knew. It's different when you in competition with a mofo and you're able to keep up with them. But if you oblivious to what's going on, of course they're going to come out the first few rounds like, yeah, I got you down packed. Right? Yeah. Right, that part. So he was whooping on Superman. And so Superman had to go heal. He had to go back to his lair, get in the sun. Here go that sun again. And he healed. So then, once he got the being set up, once he got the ability where he saw, like, yeah, I can keep up with his movements. I know what he gonna do. I know how he gonna respond. When he do this, I'm gonna do that. When he do that, I'm gonna do this. He had it. Okay, but Superman was still a little challenged though. So then he had to start breaking Superman down in other ways to defeat him. Mm-hmm. So what he did was he started setting Superman up. He decoded this message that his parents had sent him. Superman never knew about the message. He knew parts of it, but it was scrambled up. Lex Luthor was able to get the message, decode it, and try to show the world because of what his parents said. Like, oh yeah, see, he trying to destroy us, y'all. He's not our savior. He's not this. He's not that. He's here to destroy us. Meanwhile, Superman like, look, it ain't even in me to be like this. I'm not trying to destroy y'all. That's the last thing I'm thinking about. How am I trying to destroy y'all, but I'm here doing this? But he's showing all this stuff to the people, and he presenting it in a way to what, even as Superman speaking, even with all the things that Superman has done, it's like people looking at him like, yeah, well, it's sad that you really just doing this so you can take us over. And Superman like, nah, man, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm really just being me. Like, I'm not gonna let the monster destroy humanity. What the fuck are you talking about? But you know, people, ignorance, in the dark, no light. They're like, nah, woody, woo. So they start going against Superman. So then Lex Luthor broke into Superman's home. He broke into Superman's home. And when he broke into Superman's home, because that's how he got the information. he broke into Superman's home, which you could say could be like the Akashic records. He broke into his Akashic records. Like I said, I'm sharing an experience. So when he broke into his home, he got the Akashic records. What he also took was Superman's dog, which was named Krypto. He took his dog. That was his boy. That was Superman's partner, his dog. So he took his dog. So when Superman went home and he saw his spot was broken into, he was calling for his dog, calling for Krypto. Krypto wasn't coming. So he already knew who it was. He like, oh shit, hold up. Nigga, he flew over there quick, like, pew, like, came in the next spot, like, hey, bro, where my dog at, homie? Like, stop playing with me. Give me my dog. And so Lex started recording, everybody started recording, like, boom. So it made Superman look bad. And it was like, see, look at him. He's tripping. He's you know, look at him. I told you he's reckless and he's mean and he's aggressive. Look at him. Look how he's acting. Some of y'all been set up before. Have some of y'all been set up to make you look like something that you ain't really, but you don't know it's a setup, but they really did something that really touched you, and now you just responding. So he used that, knowing that Superman was going to get mad about that. He knew it. He knew it. So he did that. He did that, and Superman got mad, fell into the trap, and it was like, boom. So when he did that, now the world is like, all right, yes, Superman. You know what, man? So he assassinated Superman's character. He assassinated Superman's character. So then when that happened, Superman started getting down on himself, like, damn, man, like, what the fuck? Like, you know, like, this is all bullshit. Like, this ain't really true like that. Like, yeah, okay, I went in there, I was mad, but motherfucker, he took my dog. Like, give me my dog. Like, that dog is from where I'm from. Like, that's the only connection I got to where I'm from. Like, give me my dog back. Boom, whoa, right? So, they put so much pressure on Superman. They got him so down that Superman was like, they still pressing like, man, turn yourself in. You're a criminal. This, that, and the other. Blah, blah, blah. So Superman like, all right, man, just to show y'all I don't got nothing to hide, I'm going to lower myself. I'm going to turn myself in just to show y'all I don't mean no harm. Let me read some of these comments real quick. Real quick, y'all. I'm sorry, just to pause the story mode. Let me see. Right, laughing out loud, so much power in knowing instead of showing all the time. Black versus white people, LOL, right? See, that's why I like when I know who my enemy is. I don't like silent haters. Oh, those are the worst ones. Frenemies. Yeah, you got to watch them motherfuckers. This is crazy. LOL. You damn right this is crazy. Trying to manipulate Superman character. You damn right. That's what it was about. When you don't respond, they provoke you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Superman wasn't trying to, but they hit a nerve. And he knew it. Lex Luthor knew it. He like, yeah, once we do all this, he gonna respond. That motherfucker gonna be mad about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So boom, Superman responded, but he fell into the trap. He had to turn himself in. So when he turned himself in, they came and got Superman. You know, he's being cool. They got him handcuffed. And he can break out of all that shit, but he's just being so humble. He's being so humble. But then when they got him, they took him to this different dimension. See, this dark place. It was dark. See, he went into the darkness. We're going to break all this down in a minute. And in that place, they put Superman in there with another prisoner that they had, and that prisoner was able to manufacture anything, even kryptonite. And that's one of Superman's weaknesses. Kryptonite is actually a real element on a periodic table if you look it up, for real. And so that was one of Superman's weaknesses, because at the end of the day, the kryptonite, the crypt, it means death. Like the crypt, like remember the movie Tales from the Crypt? Like crypt is death. I'm just saying, look it up. Don't believe me. Do your own homework. And so he had that dude create some false, like some kryptonite, And that start draining the shit out of Superman, draining and killing him, like making him weak. So Superman couldn't fly out of this dark place. See, a dark place. Keep that in mind. So fast forward. Now Lex Luthor is able to, like, yeah, told y'all he wasn't all that. Yeah, I'm that ninja. I'm the real one. Yeah, I told y'all. Meanwhile, Lex Luthor got a whole plan, whole agenda. He's playing his role. They don't even know he's setting everybody up because he got his own low-key agenda to take over the world and all type of stuff. So he's setting up all these fake wars, funding the bad guys. They don't even know that this motherfucker's really fucked up. He's presenting himself like he's so innocent. He's presented himself like he's so outstanding and so down to earth, and I'm so for the people, and I'm so this and so that. Meanwhile, you're jealous of Superman, you're mad as fuck, and you have an agenda to do some other shit the whole time, period. Okay? Make a long story short, Superman gets rescued, all right? So they went from assassinating his character, all right, keep that in mind. Once they assassinated his character, that took away his ability to speak. Meaning that when he spoke, nobody wanted to hear nothing that he had to say. Once that happened, it affected his mind because he felt fucked up mentally. Once that happened, that took him into a dark place. And once they get you messed up here, then they can get you messed up here in your heart. That's why Superman was subliminally in that dark place. He was in that dark place because they put him there through all of that. It was a process of assassination. And that's how he got there in that dark place, because he didn't even have it in his heart no more to even like, I'm done, like shit. But he had to find his way back, and through some conversations while he was in that dark place, especially with the being that was in there, they were blackmailing to use against Superman and keep him weak. There were some things that being knew about Superman, and that being, they was blackmailing that being because they had that being's son hostage. So they was making that being work against Superman. The being never really wanted to work against Superman, but they was forcing that being to work against Superman because they had that being's son hostage. And once that being realized, which he kind of already knew, that damn, you know what? I can use you to get my son out of here. So they kept talking. So that being, Lex Luthor, because of his ego and pride, kept coming down there fucking with everybody. It's a whole dark place where they got a gang of people captive. Y'all go watch the movie. And so he was punking him, and he brought his son, like, oh, look at your son. So now he punking that being in front of Superman, in front of everybody, like, yeah, don't forget I got your son. So the being was like, damn, this motherfucker got my son and shit. So he mad. So he tells Superman one day, like, hey, look, if I can get you out of here, you promise me you'll get my son, this, that, and the other. Superman like, yeah, but motherfucker, how you gonna do that? Like, I'll help you, but I can't. Ain't no sun in here. I need sunlight. Remember, Superman is the sun. That's where he gets his power from. He like, damn, I can't do nothing. I'm in here. Like, how the fuck I'm gonna help you? I would, but I can't. He was like, and he started talking to him. What type of energy? Like, what is the sun made of? What? That motherfucker made a false sun, like an imitation sun. Soon he did that, Superman started getting his powers back, his strength back, and he did what he's supposed to do. Got his son up out of there, all that. Boom. Fast forward. He get his son out. He go deal with Lex Luthor. He start fighting that other being that Lex Luthor made to fight against Superman. When they started fighting, Superman hit him with a combo, bing, 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 boom, knocked his mask off, and then Superman saw, like, damn, hold up, what the fuck? Like, this is me? Like, I'm fighting against myself, but it was a controlled version of him, though. You know what I'm saying? And so Superman realized, because part of one of Lex's theories was, yeah, I'm the brains, you're the brawn, and I want to show the world that brain always beats brawn, and you got all this strength and you got all this power, but I can outsmart you and this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. But that didn't mean that Superman was a dummy. It didn't mean just because, like, Lex, we gotta give it to you, bro. You smart than a motherfucker. Motherfucker, it's no knock on anybody, but it's like, well, I'm not smarter than Lex Luthor. Motherfucking Lex Luthor smarter than like 90% of the planet. Who gives a fuck? But that didn't mean that Superman was a dummy either. So he set him up back, because once he saw, like, oh, you communicating with this dude, the being that you made that looked like me that I'm fighting is responding to your command. So if I can damage and distract that communication, me and this being can just fight head up. And that being ain't gonna know what to do. It's only listening to you because you know my moves. Oh, okay. So Superman already had a whole plan. He had already set up, like, yeah, motherfucker, watch this. Krypto, woo! Krypto came, did some shit. Now that being couldn't communicate with Lex Luthor. And so Superman and that being was able to just go toe to toe. Superman whooped him out. Got him out of here. Boom. Fast forward, once he got the being up out of here, and all of the other information of the people, Lois Lane, his girl, the people that was really for Superman, that never turned their back on Superman, once they came and presented all of the real information to the newspaper and to the world, they start putting it out there like, listen, motherfucker, talking all this shit about Superman. He got a whole plan to do this and do that and this, the other, and blah, 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 blah. So they start putting it out there while Superman doing all this. So then it was like, oh, okay. So now, after everything that they sent Superman through, and he had the strength, the inner strength to survive it, Lex Luthor had to go through that. Because once Superman was done with that being, he went straight for Lex Luthor. Like, yeah, I got some work for you, boy. Come here. And as Superman getting ready to grab him up and all this, everything, all the real evidence starts showing on TVs around the world. Like, look at this. Lex Luthor trying to do this. Lex Luthor trying to do that. So now Lex Luthor is exposed. He like, oh, fuck. Like, damn. These mofos really know what I was trying to do this whole time. They really, now they know. And it was the same they call it a humiliation ritual, where first they want to take your words away, the value of your words, by assassinating your character. So then when you speak, your words fall on deaf ears. When that happens and you see that, that takes your mind away. Because now you like, damn, ain't nobody listening to me, ain't even fucking with me. And once they got you there, then they got you in your heart. Now you don't have no heart. And this is where the sacrifice comes in. This is where the unaliving comes in. But it's a process. It's a process. All right? It's a process. So why did I share all that with y'all? Now we're going to get into our shit. Why did I share all that with y'all? Because if you notice, with people like even Michael Jackson, Prince, whoever, if y'all notice, there's always some humiliation shit that goes on with these people. It's always some shit that make people come against you, and when you try to speak, they like, nah, you got Neverland, you like kids, blah, 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 blah. So now when you speak, you can't say shit. When you saying shit, nobody want to hear what you got to say. Because they're trying to control the narrative. Then that's gonna fuck with your mind. You gotta stay strong. It's hard, but you gotta stay strong in your mind. And if you don't, it's gonna take away your heart. You ain't gonna have a heart. You're gonna be like, man, whatever. I don't even care no more. Whatever, I'm done. Like this is where you fall into your depressions, in that dark space where Superman went to. where you don't even want to, you probably used to work out, you don't even want to work out no more. You don't even feel like going to work, you don't feel like doing nothing. Because this is the process of assassination. Once they get you to that place, now they can go ahead and permanently remove you. They can permanently remove you. I'm just saying, when you don't respond, they provoke you. Yeah, I'm just saying. I know. That's why I chose this topic. I know. I've been through it. I know. I don't give a fuck though. That's the difference. See? I've been through it. Because and it was things that was done to me and probably done to you. You don't know. You don't know who people are. Be careful. Be mindful. Don't just think that everybody just no. Nope. You gotta be careful. Be mindful. They're going to come to try to assassinate your character first because they want to fuck with your mind. Once they fuck with your mind, they can get to your heart, and that's the final blow. Actually, it's the mind is really the main important thing, because once they got this, then they really just got you. They really just got you. You know what I'm saying? So I was dealing with a little fake ass, DL ass motherfucker. Excuse my language, y'all. That and maybe y'all dealing with people too. That's what I'm saying. Take it as it resonates. You apply this shit to you. Wherever you feel it, that's where you apply it. I told you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna keep talking about it. I'm just doing it in a way to where I can try to talk about certain things to help you wake up. And this is how I choose to do it. Maybe it's a long roundabout way to do it, but this is just how I choose to do it. So, oh well, whatever. If it ain't for you, log your ass out of here. I don't care. But yeah, this jealous ass leader, jealous as fuck, bum as fuck, nobody as fuck, try to call herself coming from me. Maybe somebody jealous of you, trying to call themselves coming for you at your job, in your family, in your social networks, your fraternities, sororities, whatever. I don't know. But this motherfucker called himself trying to come for me, not knowing. Nigga, boy, I'm from the house of L. I'm just saying. Same situation. But it was some stuff I didn't, and they just knew they was gonna get a reaction. They just knew it. They broke into one of my vehicles. I'm coming from where I'm coming from. I go outside, my shit broken into. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? I'm like, damn, motherfuckers. And I don't really see too much, not knowing at the time. I didn't really look up under certain stuff to see that they had fucked with parts of things up under my hood. Okay, I didn't peep that out. I'm like, damn, I don't really see too much missing, whatever. Like, I don't even know what that was about. Like, you see what I'm saying? But that was part of the shit, because it was twofold. One, they wanted a reaction. They wanted me to get mad, like, oh yeah, boom, so I can go react. And they already had shit set up. As soon as I go react and go toward whoever they already had a whole plan laid out. No, stupid. No, stupid. But I got evidence of everything though. No, stupid. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't peep game though. I didn't like look up under my shit to see. Like, damn, you know what? And one day I was driving and not even knowing. I'm like, damn, hold up. What? My shit steering wheel, all shit tripping and shit. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, y'all tried to do one of them. Because I know these is witches. These is real witches and warlocks. I mean, these is real people that put your picture in the freezer. They fuck with cemetery dirt, necromancy, and they do it all. These are real life witches and warlocks. It may sound like I'm talking about some movie shit, but it don't matter. These motherfuckers are for real. You know what I'm saying? They ain't shit to me though. I tell them in their face and everything. They know it. They mad as fuck at me, but I don't give a goddamn. They are nothing to me. It may be something to somebody else, but I ain't impressed by none of that shit. I ain't impressed by none of it. They bums. Them witches is trash. They stink. And them warlocks is DL. They should be ashamed of themselves because they going around messing with women while they sleeping with men. Acting like they not. And then you ain't even gotta do that. We living in America. It ain't about me bashing nobody that do that. This ain't about that. I'm just saying that's what they do. They ain't gonna tell their wife that though. Or maybe she know. Or maybe they know. I'll be a little surprised though. Like, damn, you gonna lay with him tonight after he didn't just. I mean, if you do, you do. But I just don't see it. So yeah. So I couldn't. My shit was like, damn. I'm driving. My steering wheel just like whoop whoop. I'm like, what the fuck? My shit. They tried to unalive your boy, and then they did the spell work. So they wanted to create it and make it a big old thing. So that was supposed to be. That was another one of those moments. That was another one. Yeah, keyword. That was another one of those moments that I was supposed to be out of here. This is just recently. This is just like, what was it? Fucking earlier in the year. I gotta look at my shit. I got it. Yeah. 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 They put the energy out there so it can happen. And whoop. Most High don't play. Spirit team don't play. Like, boy, shit. Nope. Watch out. It was like, block. Nope. Stop. That ain't happening. Stop. Touch not my anointed. Do my prophets no harm. Back up. He has a whole destiny. What it say? Haters. Yeah. It say, hell nah. My prayer I have is always rebuking evil entities, psychological boundaries sent my way to attack me. I rebuke the arrow by day and the terror by night. In Jesus' name, amen. Ooh, that part. No, not boundaries, psychological bondages. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they tried. I mean, that wasn't the only time. That wasn't the only time. But what I'm saying is they, prior to that, they created a scenario that they fabricated and manipulated, and it was like, oh, well, let's take away because he's Noble Alexander, so we got to get everybody to not see him as noble. Yep. Then when I speak, it wouldn't say nothing. So motherfuckers was like, oh, trying to act all funny. You know what I'm saying? First of all, these weirdos don't know how I grew up. Like, nigga, first of all, I've been the black sheep. I'm used to that. So that's nothing. And secondly, all y'all been weird to me anyway. So for y'all to feel like y'all was going to ostracize me was never going to work because I don't care about you weirdos anyway. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not that type of person that care about what people think about me. So when they started doing certain little shit, that shit didn't bother me. In fact, I'm like, good. I'm glad y'all not fucking with me. Now I ain't got to talk to y'all or nothing. Thank you. Thank you. Boom. So I went on. And all the work, this weirdo motherfucker just flew around the world. Like I said before, he went to this practitioner over here in this continent. Went practitioner over there to this continent. You think I'm bullshitting? And I hate to have to one day and process and I'm gonna just be quiet. But one day I'm gonna say more. But I'm doing it the way I'm doing it for now. But please, man, I swear. And somebody might be like, "Boy, you crazy? If they got this much power, they don't have no fucking power. They don't have shit. In fact, like I said, they over there suffering. They getting whooped out right now as we speak. They getting whooped out. I ain't blocked them from nothing. They all on my whatever platform I got. They on there. These is real life witches and warlocks, motherfuckers that really be, you know, how you say, sacrificing people. I'm gonna just use that word, like say it like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. You have such a great soul since I met you. Enemies love to shade our light. Oh, you damn right. I appreciate you. You damn right. I'm just letting y'all know, like they out here. Be aware. That's why all that season I said kept putting on that armor. And I talked about stuff and I talked about stuff and I gave different episodes. I energy vampired, tortoise in the hair. I'm putting it all out there. These motherfuckers is weird. They some weirdos. They really some weirdos. I'll kick all their candles over. I don't care. Whatever pentagram, whatever they want to draw on the floor, whatever, I'll spit on all that shit. I don't give a damn about none of that. I'm not impressed by nothing. And I'm not gonna lie, they do things that would intimidate about 99, 98% of the people. Even if you are a chosen one, if you're not really tapped in and sure of yourself, you will start questioning some shit like, oh shit. Yeah. I done got pictures. I got motherfuckers driving. I'm driving. Motherfuckers follow. Look, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker following me. Oh boy, please. I am not the one you do that. You sure you want to do that? Man, I'm playing now. Now I'm having fun. Now I'm having fun. I'm like, you sure you want to do that? All right. Yeah. So if you're a chosen one, just keep your head on a swivel. You're a chosen one. Whatever happens to you happens for you. You're a chosen one. You know what I'm saying? Step into your power, man. You know, start acknowledging who the fuck you are, what you bring to the table. If you're a healer, you're a healer. You'll know it. Because if you're a healer, for example, you got so many examples in life that you've healed people or things knowingly or unknowingly. You'll notice that when you come, all of a sudden things are better. Like it's different type of aspects out here. You know, maybe you're a warrior. Maybe you are. I don't know. Maybe you got like high priestess energy. I don't know. You know. I can't tell you. I'm just saying, don't be afraid to start tapping into who and what the fuck you are, especially because you was brought up in a family, which more than likely where that trauma comes from. You was brought up in a family that always held you back. They didn't nourish you. They didn't nurture you. They didn't promote you, meaning they didn't, uh, tell you the right things that would help you develop. You know, they didn't push you into that right area, into that right alignment. You know what I'm saying? You had hating ass brothers and sisters, cousins and uncles and aunties, nieces and nephews. Even your mom and daddy could be a hater too. Don't get it twisted. Grandparents. You know what I mean? It comes from all angles. But at the same time, if you are a chosen one, you're going to always have those angels along the way. It's always going to be people along the path that try to keep you from just going overboard and try to give you a little water in that desert as a cactus. You know what I'm saying? You're going to always have those people that's going to come and water you. You just got to be aware of who they are. You know what I'm saying? And not try to lump them in with everybody else. It's hard. Trust me, it's I ain't gonna lie, it's hard as fuck because you be dealing with so much, you start looking at everybody like, man, I don't know, I don't trust you, man. I don't trust you. You be like, I don't trust you, man. I keep my eye on you. And rightfully so, though. But you just have to learn, you got use your spirit of discernment and start subduing your passions and start healing. And then that way because see, these people want you to stay in that darkness, how they put Superman in. They want him to stay in that darkness, but he found a way out. They want you to get in that dark place, that sunken place. They want you to get there and stay there and feel, less than, unwanted, undesirable. They are the ones that are unwanted and desirable. That's why they worship Satan, because they have no place with the Most High. That's why. These motherfuckers out here really worshiping Satan, trying to act like they're not. They be standing in the pulpit, preaching and shit, acting like they somebody. Get your silly ass out of there. Get your ass off that mic, acting like you somebody for God. You ain't shit. Okay? I'm telling you. I'm being honest. It may sound fucked up. I'm not bashing church. I'm saying there are institutions that these evil, dark people they infiltrate and they try to cloak themselves, like they say, sheep's wolf in sheep's clothing. That's them. It could be the preacher, the pastor, the first lady, the people in the choir, the deacons. I don't know. The members. I don't know. Maybe it's the whole church. People at the sorority, this fraternity, all these motherfuckers. Maybe it's just a couple. Maybe it's all of them. I don't know. You know, and that's the unfortunate thing, because it's people out here that join the churches, join the mosques, join the synagogues. They join these sororities and these fraternities, and they really looking to be a part of something greater. And it's genuine. They have no malicious, no malice in their heart. And they really trying to be a part of something. But you got these people in these, like the Ephesians 6:8, wickedness in high places, where they're taking advantage of your innocence, taking advantage of your naiveness. Not to say that you're a dummy, but you're new, you're fresh, you're green. You don't know what's going on yet. You ain't been exposed to this, and they know it. Or they taking advantage of your sympathy because you empathetic, sympathetic. You an empath. So they're testing and they probing to see, oh, he's an empath, she's an empath. Let's see how far we can go. And if they see they can go far, then they put you on the list. Like, oh, I think we can, you know, we can unalive them and take some energy essence out of them and apply it to what we want. What it say? Man, I learned years ago, you can't hang around everybody and be inviting towards everyone. Some people want to touch you just to pray against you. You goddamn right. Hold on, Jason. Church is just a building, laughing out loud. It's the people that can try to corrupt it. Yeah. I mean, but the real church is the body. And you know what I'm saying? The body is the real church, whether it's you as an individual or us collectively. But I hear exactly what you're saying, for sure. I'm with you. I think I hear what you're saying. Yeah, it's people that can try to corrupt. Yeah, these people that infiltrate these things, even like with the police, it's fucked up, because the police supposed to be a symbol of justice, something that means, but you got so many busters, cowards, wimps, people that was nothing in high school, and now they feel like they got an opportunity to take off all their trauma from high school and shit that you don't got nothing to do with. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they got an opportunity to release that anger and all that bullshit out on you. I'm just saying, if you a chosen one, I'm gonna need y'all to start standing up and stepping into your power and claiming your divinity. You know what I'm saying? Stop being afraid to be who the fuck you are because your mama and your daddy or your uncle or your auntie or your brothers and your sisters or your nieces or your nephews don't support you. Fuck them. So what? All you need is the Most High. Have confidence in yourself. Know who you are. That's what Superman had to remember. That's what we just was talking about. He had to remember who he was. What did Angela Bassett tell Prince T'Challa and Black Panther? Show them who you are. Show them who you are. We don't fold for nobody. I don't give a shit. I ain't fold for them. Man, they sent all type of energy and shit my way. These motherfuckers lighting a candle. I'm sure they got dolls, voodoo dolls, all kind of weird shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to disrespect certain systems and cultures and practices. That's not what I'm doing. But there are people who take those things and they just are evil. They just manipulate something that could be used for some type of form of justice or truth or a way, and they take it and manipulate it. And I know a lot of these motherfuckers went and lied to a whole lot of people about all kind of shit. And that's how they got half the people involved. The other half is just people that wanted to come against the motherfucker any goddamn way. And I want y'all to understand that too. When people are quick to come against you, just know that these mofos wanted to come against you any goddamn way. They wanted to come against you anyway. That's why they were so quick to do it. They didn't even have to do no research. Soon as they heard the call, like, oh, we're going against Jason. And that's how you know they all cowards. Or we going against whoever. That's how you know they all cowards. Because if you already see 2 or 3 people attacking a person, what you gonna get involved for? Why would you feel like, yeah, let me get my lick in too, man? You's a punk. A real mofo gonna be like, man, I ain't getting involved in this, man. Y'all had that, man. Y'all doing enough, man. I'm not doing all that. You know what I'm saying? So, nah. Y'all do what y'all do, man. I'm gonna do what I do. I don't care about the likes. I don't care about the views. I just do what I do. I'm just sharing information. And hopefully it resonate with the right people that I need to resonate with. And something tells me, yeah, something tells me, I'm gonna just leave it at that. Something tells me. Oh, I'm finna be walking in the moonlight with these motherfuckers. What that dude say to Django on Django? When Django was talking shit to the white boy, he was like, oh, I'm about to be walking in the moonlight with you. Oh, yeah. We about to be walking in the moonlight with these motherfuckers. It's going, woo! Yeah. Yeah, it's that time. But with that being said, man, I love y'all. All right. Stay true to yourself. Let me say, fucked up part is you become MLK or Eric Washington. People want to unalive you even more. I really can't stand this world. We appreciate you. Oh, yeah. No doubt. I appreciate y'all. Man, listen. I'm telling you. I'm again, I just want y'all to know, because it's not so much about just like, oh, let's listen to Noble. Nah. Wake up. Like, come here. Let me talk. Yeah. I will slap the sense in y'all. Wake up. Wake up. For real. Like, wake up, man. Because they out here. It's going down. I don't care what you say. I don't care how much money you got, don't got, whatever. Wake your silly, doofy, goofy, loofy ass up. Because it's on and popping out here, man. This is not a game. It's going down. And you gotta keep your head on a swivel. You gotta stay focused, because they're not fucking around. You got people who will see good things in you that you don't even see in yourself. They will see the talents and the light in you that you may not even see in yourself, and they will want to take that from you. They will, conjure up things and practice things and put things in motion to take that from you, so they feel like they can absorb it. But these motherfuckers' times is up. Their time is up. Every last one of them. Everybody in that, especially the ones I've been, that whole clique is done. Everything, that whole clique, that whole everything, everybody that they went to, everybody that knew about it, didn't say nothing. Everybody that was involved, every last one of them motherfuckers, I don't care fuck how many it is, and it's a lot of people, they asses is grass. That's all I can say. They're fucking toast like goddamn butter melted on the shit in the oven. Them motherfuckers is done. And I just heard the bell ring to pull the shit out the oven. So it's time to eat. All right. So with that being said, I love y'all. Stay tuned to the next episode, because I got some more heat for y'all. All right. We're gonna pick this up on another topic, another subject, and I'm gonna drop it and I'm gonna bring it like that. All right. So with that being said, I love y'all. Stay focused, stay prayed up, talk to the Most High, keep that good energy and aura around you. Don't let people, if you want to be happy today and upbeat, stay like that. Don't let nothing stop you, because as soon as you say it and that energy hears it, or it's gonna try to put you to the test. And it's going to try to rob you of the energy that you want for yourself. Don't let them do it. Just smile. But watch how transmuting that energy elevates you. I promise you that. So with that being said, it's your boy, Noble Alexander. I'm out.